Day during summer here in Seattle, just near the Pike Market. It's a beautiful day to be outside. And a little bit south of there here at Safeco Field, it's a Felix Hernandez night. It's a big start for the big young right-hander. It's the Mariners taking on the Texas Rangers in a very important weekend series here at Safeco Field in the American League West. Dave Sims along with Mike Flowers. Dave Niehaus taking his annual break for the All-Star game. And right now, Mike, let's get familiar with the starting lineups for tonight's game.
Thank you, Dave. And we will start off with the Seattle Mariners tonight. You have Ichiro Branyan back hitting second. He was hitting third last night. Lopez will hit third. Ken Griffey Jr. had yesterday off. He's back in the lineup. And it's Gutierrez, Langerhans, Woodward, Johnson, and Cedeno, the shortstop, will hit ninth. Take a look at the Texas Rangers. They've been hot 7-1 over their last 8 games. Ian Kinsler will lead things off, and it's Young, Hamilton back off the DL, being center field in third. Jones, Blaylock, Bird, Murphy, Saltalamacchia, and Andrews, the young shortstop, will hit ninth. Take a look at the season totals for Felix this year. Really having a fantastic season. Look at that ERA, 2.62, 114 strikeouts.
This young man has really been dealing over his last 8 starts. 4-0 with 4 no decisions, a 1.20 ERA.
Let's take a look at the defense behind him tonight, Dave. You have Langerhans, Gutierrez, and Ichiro in the outfield, and across the infield will be Woodward, Cedeno, Lopez, and Branyan. Rob Johnson will do the catching tonight.
I see another deep effort by Felix Hernandez. That bullpen has been taxed for the last 12 games. Ball club 6-6. The bullpen's worked 33 2/3 innings, got an ERA of 8.13, and the starters have only been averaging 5 2/3 innings worked. So tonight, Felix has done a good job getting deep into games and on this run that he's been on.
Well, that's what you want to see out of your ace. He's the horse for this staff, and he's stepped up a number of times. The bullpen has been tired for a few weeks now, and he's had to come out and pitch deep into games. He's done a nice job of that. Hopefully tonight he can do it again against a good Texas lineup.
In this 8-game run that he's on, he has not pitched any fewer than 6 2/3 innings, and he's got a complete game in there as well. So he's been racking up the innings, which is a very good sign. And boy, he's going to have to do some work tonight against the Texas Rangers. They lead the American League West. They're #1 in home runs. And when you go into that locker room, sometimes when you flash by, it almost looks like you're looking at a smallish football team. I mean, they got some big boys, and even Kinsler for a second baseman is a big guy.
Yeah, there aren't too many small guys. Andrews is somebody, probably the only one that you would look at is a smaller guy. The rest of the guys, pretty good size.
Well, here we go. First pitch to Ian Kinsler. Shows bunt, takes a strike. So the setting is perfect. As Kinsler looks at strike 2. 68 degrees, wind out of the northwest at 4 miles an hour. Popped up. Rob Johnson towards the Mariner dugout. Can't get it. Kinsler with good numbers. 252 batting average, 20 home runs, 54 runs batted in. Denied a spot in the All-Star team. 33rd member of each squad was named earlier today. Tigers Brandon Inge for the American League and Shane Victorino for the National League. The 0-2. Driven to the deep right field. Long run. Ichiro in the sun. Reaches up and makes the catch. Well, it's a tough transition going from the right into the sun out of there.
You can see it right in his eyes. Makes a nice adjustment. Makes the catch. But that pitch to Kinsler up and out over the plate. Ichiro gets back easily.
Checking where he is now. Ichiro in the shade. Then into the sun. That's how it sets up on this beautiful Thursday evening here in Seattle. Here's Michael Young. Third baseman going to a 6th consecutive All-Star game. Transition from shortstop to third base with the development of Elvis Andrus. Here's Cedeno. Throws out Young, 2 outs. Mike, walk the fans through what it's like for a ball club to shake off a tough loss like last night.
You know, I think it's tougher for most people, the fans watching the game, the media covering the club. They're all concerned about that. But for the most part, the guys, the veteran guys, it's an easy transition for them. And I think the most difficult thing is immediately after the game. You feel like you have a game at hand.
Yep.
Then you lose it like that there in the 9th inning. But by the time these guys get up this morning, they have to concentrate on the Rangers. You don't have a lot of time to worry about it. And I think because most of them are veteran guys, they should be fine with it. You know, Archman last night did not have the best night. There he is. But he's been terrific this year. You know, and you're going to stumble at times. You're not going to go out there with your best stuff. And he understands that. So I think he's well equipped to deal with it.
Josh Hamilton 1-1. Josh recently back. Had talked to him earlier. He had some abdominal issues and it went down into his groin area, and I think he said the muscle just tore right off, and they're able to roll it back on. So he missed some time. He's happy to be back. So Ron Washington said just try to get his swing grooved again. What a player.
He's a terrific talent. Everybody knows about the home runs and the home run derby that he was in, the show that he put on. But I'll tell you what, for a big man, he can really run too.
Yes, sir. 2-2. Made a couple of catches last year. Remember, he made one in left center and they made another one in right center. I think the first time Texas was in last season. Talking about a guy who's hot, that's Andrew Jones. He's on deck. Full count. Rolls over on a pitch right to Lopez. Fields cleanly. Throws over to Branyan. A clean first inning for Felix Hernandez and the Mariners as they battle the Texas Rangers. Nothing across. The Mariners coming up.
Fourth, Gutierrez, Langerhans, Woodward, Johnson, and Cedeno will hit ninth. Take a look at the numbers for Hunter. 1-1 with the 3.18 ERA, just 17 innings pitched. He's not an overpowering pitcher. 88 to 91 is his fastball. And the defense behind him: Murphy, Hamilton, and Bird in the outfield. Across the infield, it'll be Young, Andrews, Kinsler, and Blaylock at first. Salta Lamacchio will do the catching tonight.
Tommy Hunter, right-hander, 1-1, a 3.18 ERA. Ichiro looks at a strike. Ichiro now second in the American League in batting. Jim Mauer now has had the requisite number of plate appearances, starting the day at 388, down the line with foul. Ichiro at 356. And Ichiro does lead the majors with 120 hits. Hamilton playing short left field for Ichiro, the center fielder, that is. Here's a look at Josh at center field. tight. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ichiro. 1 for 5 with a strikeout last night. A modest 7-game hitting streak working. 2-2. Look out. Oh, man, that screen's one of the best inventions in baseball.
I agree. That thing is, we see a lot of that, especially, you know, leadoff hitters like Ichiro and 9 hitters just trying to protect a lot. You see a lot of balls that are hit hard at the dugouts, and they didn't used to have that there.
I think the first time, when Don Zimmer got teed up on a foul ball in Yankee Stadium about 6, 7 years ago, and it became standard issue equipment in Major League Baseball. Thank goodness. Fourth start for Hunter. Beat Tampa Bay last time out on July 3rd, way outside. Ichiro's worked the full count. Russell Branyan is on deck. Batted 3rd last night. Back in 2-0, where he has found a whole bunch of success. Ichiro manages to stay alive. Pitch number 9 coming up. A 3-2. Kinsler knows he has to hustle. Didn't get him. That's got to be terror for an infielder. Slow roller, you know that he can get on. You know, Archie, take a look at our Coors Light freeze cam.
Not much you can do about it. Ball jams Ichiro, little cutter in on his hands, and that little bit of a bobble made all the difference in the world for him to beat it out. Just can't afford to make any mistakes.
The Coors Light freeze cam. Ichiro's aboard to start the Mariners. Bottom of the first. Here comes Russell Branyan. Ichiro with 17 stolen bases. Home plate umpire Sam Holbrook said that Branyan went. Dan Iasanga's at first, Charlie Relaford, the umpire, at second, and Larry Vanover at third. Texas Ball Club comes in having won 2 of 3 in Anaheim, 7 of their last 8. You know, one thing we always talk about, scoring runs, you better do it against this Texas Ball Club. The Mariners, not only are they 0-5 against Texas, but they've been outscored 29-15. Oh, 2 to Russell Branyan. Big Russ 0 for 3 last night with a walk. Trying to break an 0 for his last 7. Check down to third base. Larry Vanover said he's okay. 1-2.
The biggest thing against the Rangers is you can't afford to miss opportunities. You know, you get their runner at third, less than 2 outs, you have to cash them in. They make some mistakes in the field, you have to take advantage of them because they're going to score runs. You mentioned the last 8 games are averaging over 7 runs a game. You're going to have to hit the ball around the ballpark a little bit with them if you want to stay in there. And so far the Mariners have struggled doing that, and that's why they've struggled in the record against them this year.
Yeah. 2-2 to Branyan. Whoa, good save by Hank Blaylock. Well, Ichiro certainly has Hunter's attention. Foul, so another long at bat here. 2 hitters and Hunter about to throw his 15th pitch. Swing and a miss. Get him on a change of speed. 1 down. 1 out here in the first to bring up Jose Lopez. 2-run homer for Lopez last night. A couple of critical errors late in the 9th inning. So he was riding a pretty good high there after the home run, but then in the 9th inning, a couple of errors proved to be costly, very costly for the ball club. See if he bounces back tonight.
He also hit a double later in the game and scored the 3rd run of the game for the Mariners. A little insurance run, at least it seemed like it at the time. So he swung the bat well last night.
Ball 1 to Jose. Lopez 2 for 4, couple of runs, a double, a home run, 2 ribbies last night, and a strikeout.
There's the curveball. He hasn't thrown many of them so far. Drop that one in there.
We're getting a good look at him. Tommy Hunter out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Foul away. Be interesting to see at what point, with Betancourt probably going to be activated this weekend, at what point you'll see Lopez at 3rd base. You'll see Uni possibly at 2nd. Andrus scoops to Kinsler. They turn to double play. The inning is over on a slow roller. So nothing across here for the Mariners. 1 in the books. No score. Back here at Safeco Field, Dave Sims, Mike Flowers with you. Dave Niehaus taking some time off during the All-Star break. He'll join us in Cleveland next Thursday. Here's Andruw Jones. He has been on a tear his last 4 games. Andruw Jones 6 for 18 with 5 home runs, 11 runs batted in, 3 homers last night. He had one, Mike, that was up around chin level, 98 miles an hour, turned on it and kept it fair. Josh Hamilton was even in awe of that one.
You look at his struggles that he had with the Dodgers and really with Atlanta before he left there. And he's still young. It's not like he's an old guy, you know. Right. I mean, there's still some talent left there, some things he can do. And the Rangers, I think, taking a shot at him, and the biggest reason why is because their hitting coach, Rudy Jaramillo, one of the best in the business and has been for a long time, to work with Andrew Jones. And it's paying off for him.
And one of the things Ron Washington talked about, his experience in the playoffs. Drives one to right field, Ichiro, right there. One out here in the second inning. Hank Blaylock will stand in. Hank, a big power threat. So Jose Lopez, a little bit of a shift. He's in short right field. One on 0 to Hank. Slicing drive. Gutierrez will have to take it on the hop. Base hit for Blaylock.
Well, Blaylock likes to hit the fastball. Can hit anybody's fastball, by the way. Like a little two-seamer runner away from him. Did a nice job going with the pitch.
Gotta bring up another hot bat, Marlon Byrd. He's fourth in the league with runners in scoring position, a .358 batting average. Fouls it off his foot. Felix got a no decision his last time out. That was in Boston. Threw a nice game. Last Friday, Mariners win it 7-6. Felix went 7 innings of 7 hit ball, 3 runs all earned. Struck out 7. It's a foul ball. 0-2.
I was actually a little bit surprised with the Rangers, being that we haven't seen them in a while. When we saw them early, they looked really good. But you look at their overall numbers, they're 11th in average, 11th in on base percentage, 12th in walks. You know, this is a club that offense has been the key to their success. Now, they are first in home runs. They will still do that. The ballpark certainly helps them in that area. They have some guys that can hit some home runs, but those numbers are down, I think, for them. You typically are in the middle of the pack. They are in the middle of the pack in runs scored. They're 7th in the league in runs scored, but offensively, they usually are putting up better numbers than that, and it looks like they're trending to that now over the last couple of weeks.
So you add to that, Ron Washington talking about, hey, the starters and the bullpen have done a heck of a job as Bird fouls one off. And he said, we're catching the ball. Probably catching the ball better than they have in a long time.
I would agree. They're usually towards the bottom of the league in defense. Pitching wise, they're 9th in ERA, which you wouldn't think much of that, but
for them, from where they've come from,
and in that ballpark again, we'll see if that'll hold up for them.
And that's the biggest question about this ball club as you move forward. Ball and 2 strikes to Marlon Byrd. Mariners can really use a big one here for Felix Hernandez tonight. Tomorrow, Brandon Morrow against Scott Feldman. Saturday, Jared Washburn against Kevin Millwood. Sunday, Eric Bedard against the hard-throwing right-hander to be determined. Good crowd on hand here on Thursday night. Bird putting up a good fight here. Felix trying to get it turned around against these Texas Rangers. 18 starts. The ball club's only won 5 games in his 18 starts against Texas. Fly ball center field, not too deep. Right to Gutierrez. 2 outs. Tomorrow, it's the night. It's your chance to get your favorite Mariners TV commercials on DVD. Mariners host the Rangers, and the first 20,000 fans receive a DVD containing the first 50 classic TV ads. So don't miss out, as this is the only way to get your favorite Mariners commercials on DVD. For tickets, visit mariners.com/DVD. Strike one call to David Murphy, left fielder. Missed. Murphy's another one of the hot swinging batsmen for these Texas Rangers. 8 for his last 15 in the last 4 games. 2-1. Hernandez, the pitcher of the month of June in the American League, 3-0 with a 0.94 ERA. 2-1. Branyan steps on the bag, and the inning is over. Nice work. So Felix gives up a 1 base hit, and they strand the runner. No score here at Safeco. Ken Griffey Jr. about to lead it off here for the Mariners. Bottom of the second inning. Big 4-game series with the Texas Rangers, who come in with a 1-game lead over the Angels. 4.5 over the Mariners in the AL West. Ball 1 to Jr. Fly ball right field into the corner. No play for Marlon Byrd. Ken Griffey Jr. last night pinch hitting the 9th inning with a man on and 2 outs. Grounded out to end the ball game. Here's the 1-1. Three and 1 now to Junior from Tommy Hunter, who's a 2-time Olympic judo champion. If they ever have a bench clearing job, I want to stay away from him. Junior draws a walk. Griffey with his 41st walk, and that ties him with Brennan for the team lead. Now this is the Mariners' hottest hitter, Franklin Gutierrez. 21 of his last 44, an 11-game hitting streak. That's a 477 clip. Went 1 for 4 with a strikeout yesterday.
It'll be interesting to watch him against Hunter. Hunter with the curveball that you just saw and throwing the cutter away from him. Gutierrez has been hot, but he's pulled the ball a lot. Teams have been trying to pitch him in early in the season, and he's made an adjustment there, but I think Hunter will probably try to stay away from him for the most part.
The 0-1. Piece of it fouled it into Saltalamacchi's glove. 0-2.
Now looked like the cut fastball away from him. See what he's done over the last 3 years.
The 0-2. Bounced it off his foot. That hurts. You're seeing a lot of that. Tommy Hunter's last outing, July 3rd against Tampa Bay. He got the win. He went 5 1/3. Prior to that, he'd lost to San Diego. Got into the 7th inning in that game. So ball and a strike to the Mariners center fielder. Ryan Langerhans to follow. Angels have lost 2 in a row to these Texas Rangers. They're in second place now. Down the line. That's a fair ball. Fans leave it alone. It bounces off the siding there for a single as Murphy gets back to it quickly. So a 12-game hitting streak for Franklin Gutierrez, and the Mariners have something brewing here in the second inning.
And again, we talked about pitches inside to Gutierrez. He's done a nice job. You see him clear his hands. That pitch in off the plate and just rips it down the line. Nice play by Murphy to get after it, keep Junior in second base. But Franklin Gutierrez has really done a nice job of making an adjustment of pulling the baseball. That last pitch, all those other pitches before that away from him, tried to sneak one inside, and he rips it down the line.
Got his batting average up to 297. And he's prospered in the 5-hole, too, because remember earlier in the year, he was down 8 and 7, 8 and 9.
Yeah.
There's Langerhans. Chance to get on the board here for the Mariners. They had extensive bunting practice today. Tried to make use of it right there. Don Wakamatsu had the boys out about 3:15 today.
It didn't look like he was bunting for a base hit.
You bet.
He wasn't sacrificing or trying to give himself up.
There's a drive to right field, coming right back to Marlon Byrd. One out here in the Mariners second. Don Wakamatsu detailing some of the moves made today. We've got Chris Shelton having been brought up. Mike Sweeney going on the DL. Vargas was sent down. That ball club doesn't need a fifth starter until about the 25th of July. So they get a chance to get him down there, Shelton. The red hair between Valentin and Sweeney. 2 on 1 out here for Chris Woodward. Woodward today batting in the 7-hole. He batted second yesterday. Went 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. So Hunter gets ahead of him. 0-2. comes the 0-2. Just got a piece of it. First time the Mariners are seeing the Rangers since that May 12, 13, 14 meeting. The Mariners lost all 3 games, 7-1, 6-5, and 3-2. They lost the 2 games here at home back on May 4th and 5th. Those were some heartbreakers down in Texas. Brandon Morrow brought on a couple of save situations. Texas got to him with a couple of home runs. Woodward is gone. Breaking ball, 2 outs. Boeing salute to Kids Day. It's set for Sunday, July 26th, when the Mariners wrap up their series with the Indians. Youngsters ages 6 through 14 can register for honorary jobs, including honorary manager, photographer, DJ, scoreboard operator, and more. Enter at any of the 5 Mariners team store locations. Better hurry. Contest registration's going to end on Monday. Ball 1 to Rob Johnson. Rob hitting a $195. That big day in a road trip last week with 3 doubles in a game, 3 RBIs. All right, so this is the 8th hitter. How do you sum up Hunter at this point now?
I think I would be surprised that he hasn't thrown more curveballs so far, but he definitely throws more cutters than I thought he would. Scouting report was an occasional cutter.
Andrus. Wow, what a play. We like that kid from minute 1. You can see why they brought him up and moved Michael Young from shortstop to third base. That is a major league play. Deep in the hole and just enough to get the runner. Inning over. They're ready to rock and roll with these signs. From North Pole, that's pretty good. Couldn't really see that one, but we appreciate the effort. Fans all over the ballpark with their Rally Fry signs. It's going to be Jared Saltalamacchia, the Texas catcher, Elvis Andrus, and Ian Kinsler. 8-9-1 for Texas. Bunt laid down. Rob Johnson's on it. And he just gets Saltalamacchia. Got down the line well. Saltalamacchia is a big kid, about 6'4", 6'5". Good job by Rob Johnson. Time now for our Aflac trivia question. Can you name the 5 former Tacoma Rainiers who have been named 2009 MLB All-Stars?
Ibanez.
Right, okay.
Has to be one of them. Brian Fuentes.
You're
another.
good. Here's Elvis Andrus, made a terrific play to get a force out there to get Gutierrez in these to end the second inning.
Felix.
Boy, you're sounding pretty good there.
What's 3 of them, I think. Adam Jones.
Wow, you are on a roll. Felix pumps in another strike, 1-2.
A lot of times you're over on the radio for this part of the thing.
Yeah, right.
When Curtis drops some geography or some sort of history, then I'm going to struggle. But when he tends to stay with the baseball end of it, I can come up with some answers
And recent
for you.
vintage too, right?
You know.
1-2. Swing and a miss, and Andrus goes down. Felix Hernandez, first strikeout. Two outs here in the third. Top of the order, Ian Kinsler. Kinsler has emerged as one of the top second basemen, and certainly one of the top power guys, particularly at second base. He's got 20 home runs already and 54 runs batted in. One and one to Kinsler. He's got Bergen with the quick hands. Way to go. Yanked foul. Boy, he gave that a good ride.
I think I have the last one. How about Ryan Franklin?
Ding, 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 ding. Tell him what he's won.
Congratulations to Ryan, by the way. Done a nice job of closing games out for St. Louis.
To left field down the line. That's a foul ball.
And an error on the fan. Should have made that play. Got his glove and everything.
Oh, man, he's going to hear it the rest of the game.
Yeah.
It's one thing if it's off the hands, but if you bring the glove, you got to catch it. All of 2 strikes. Kinsler did well to get a piece of that. 96 miles an hour from Felix Hernandez. Kinsler got hurt last year. He has struggled during this month of July, but accomplished hitter, will come out of it eventually, but not tonight. There's Felix Hernandez racking up strikeout number 2. He's through 3 innings in a scoreless ball game. Really catching a tough go here at Mariner baseball.
I'm waiting for a sister to bring one in at Trader Brother or something.
Ronnie Cedeno to lead it off, followed by Ichiro and Branyan, 9-1 and 2. Ronnie continues to struggle at the plate. It's a soft liner. Kinsler, 1 out. All right, here we go. Aflac trivia question. Name the 5 former Tacoma Rainiers who've been named to the 2009 MLB All-Star. Mike, you nailed it. Tell them the answer.
Well, Felix was the easy one. Congratulations to him. But Ibanez, of course. And Fuentes, I think a lot of people probably forgot about Brian Fuentes now with the Angels. Ryan Franklin was the one I struggled with. But Ryan had back-to-back no-hitters, I'm told, in the minor leagues. And now he's a closer for the Cardinals and doing a great job for him.
Sure is. Cardinal Ball Club this year, starting today, a 1-game lead over Milwaukee, National League Central. And they defeated Milwaukee today 5-1. Outside to Ichiro, 1-1. Ichiro with an infield hit in the first, hit number 120. He is en route to a 9th consecutive year of 200 hits. Nobody's ever done that. 9 consecutive years. For a 3-1 count. Russell Branyan's on deck. Struck out in the first. Drops down a bunt. They'll never get him. No chance. Base hit.
If he can lay down a bunt and make the pitcher come over to field it, you're right. No chance. Put it in your pocket. It's a perfect bunt right there. Surprised he doesn't do that more often.
Here.
Yeah. I suppose when you're hitting 350, you feel like you don't need to, but
nonetheless.
Yeah.
They set the table for Big Russ. 1 out, 1 on.
Well, Ichiro had a hit to lead the game off in the first. He didn't attempt to steal his double play to end the inning. I'd like to see him try to run.
Down low, Ichiro 17 out of 22 in base stealing this year. There he goes. Swing and a miss. Throw by Saltomaki. Not in time. Stolen base, number 18 for Ichiro.
Take a look at it. Gets a great jump. Hunter's not real quick to home. He steals his base easily.
Ichiro's in scoring position. Can he hit a ball hard or what?
He turns on this cutter. Cut fastball in on him and rips it down the right field line into the stands.
He's got to be one of the all-time strongest guys that's ever come through here, right? Swing and a miss. He got a piece of it and went into Saltomaki, his glove. 2 down. Who were some of the stronger guys?
Buhner.
Yeah.
Richie Sexton when he was here. Brett Boone. Edgar's a strong guy. I mean, they had a bunch.
You could get it out there pretty good, right? You're big.
Not in those guys' category. That's a different league altogether. You're talking about the big boys now.
Here's Jose Lopez. Outside, ball 1. Two outs with Ichiro at second base. Laid down a bunt, stole second. 3 hits for the Mariners. Like one of the things that Don Wakamatsu said in his daily briefing with the media, he said Felix is on the mound. We got a belief system is that we can win this game tonight. Popped up. Andrus has the play. Mariners are gone. So Hunter and Felix Hernandez continue to match zeros. 3 in the books here at Safeco Field. James McOwen. Last night he goes 2 for 4. Got his hitting streak up to 45 consecutive games. It's tied for 9th longest in pro baseball history. We understand tonight his manager is going to give him a blow tonight.
He's earned it.
I'll say 45 game hitting streak. Young, Hamilton, and Jones 2-3-4 here for Texas. Drive to left, right at Langerhans, 1 out. Gonna bring up Josh Hamilton. Hamilton, the American League RBI champion last year. Ball 1 to Josh. Hamilton last year 304, 32 homers, 130 runs batted in. Of course, a memorable display at the home run derby at Yankee Stadium last year. Man's overcome a lot. Major drug habit. You can see the tattoos. I remember talking to him last year about the tattoos. Got them all up and down his legs. Now that he's dealt with the demons and everything, he says, geez, I wish I hadn't done that. He's got one of I guess you would say a godlike figure on, I think, on one calf and a demonic looking one on another. It's some display. Who was a kid with Arizona a couple of weeks ago? Ryan Roberts. He had more tattoos. I used to think that Hamilton's, there was a bunch, but Ryan Roberts beats him. 3-1 pitch in there for a strike. Andrew Jones is on deck. Swing and a miss, and Hamilton goes down swinging. 3rd strikeout for Felix. Boy, he's got the groove going here tonight.
It's like a changeup from Felix. Bottom drops out of it. Sure is. Hamilton right over the top of it.
And this roll that Felix has been on, unhittable when that's working. Totally unhittable.
It has been. I mean, go ahead and read those numbers again for the month of June. Pitcher, month of June, terrific. ERA under 1. Wow, look at that swing.
0.94 ERA, a 3-0 record.
Yeah.
You go back his last 8 starts after, I think it's safe to say Watt lit him up after that Angels game here with 8 stolen bases. To have swing and a miss. 4-0, 4-0 decisions, an ERA of 1.20. And he is ahead of Jones, 0-2, working quickly. Misses away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Extra hard on that one, and the entire infield took 2 steps towards the dugout. They thought that was a punch out.
Well, he hit Rob's glove, but you can see from the tracer that pitch was off the plate away.
3-2. Straight away, right to Gutierrez, who makes the basket catch. That ball sits so hard it was knuckling. A 1-2-3 fourth. Felix, he's on fire tonight. The pitchers have been the story here at Safeco Field. Here's Ken Griffey Jr. to lead off the home fourth. 23-year-old Tommy Hunter for the Texas Rangers. He struck out 3, walked 1, giving up a hit in each of the first 3 innings. Felix Hernandez, 23 years old. He struck out 3, hasn't walked anybody. He's given up just 1 hit.
Well, it certainly looks like Felix isn't going to need much. The Mariners had a runner in scoring position the last couple innings. They're 0 for 5 runners in scoring position so far, but it looks like a couple, 2 or 3 runs will be enough with the way Felix is throwing the ball tonight.
Smoked down the line, but foul. Nice contrast to pitchers too. I mean, Felix a power pitcher with a whole arsenal, and Hunter doesn't throw real hard, but moves the ball in and out, up and down, changes speeds, does a nice job.
He has a nice little curveball. I think the cutter is the pitch that's been most effective for him tonight. I was expecting to see more 2-seam fastballs and curveballs out of him, but he's throwing a lot of cutters, and it's working good for him tonight.
3-1 to Junior. high fly ball right field. That's going to get foul. Ken Griffey Jr. with 10 home runs, 26 runs batted in. Here comes the 3-2. Kinsler throws quickly and gets Jr. Boy, he stayed with it. Ball fooled him a little bit.
Yeah, Jr. hit it hard. Top spin line drive. Eats Kinsler up a little bit. Wasn't sure if it was going to hit the grass or the dirt.
Dwayne Kinsler hangs tough. Throws out Griffey. Here's Gutierrez. Extended his hitting streak to 12 games with a base hit. Back in the second inning. Looks like a strike. Going back to the early part of this season, Goody was hitting just over 200. Now he's at 297 coming into this at bat. You look at the way he plays center field. I locked this kid up for a long time.
We're talking about pitching and defense, which is a strong suit of this club. The pitching staff help them out. First place you start is up the middle, so I think they have center field covered. I think they're okay there.
2-1 to Gutierrez. Ryan Langerhans to follow. Two and two. Mariners looking for the first win against the Texas Rangers here in 09. They went 8-11 against the Rangers last season. That 2-2. And to Michael Young. He throws at Gutierrez. 2 outs. Young. Tommy Hunter got a 1-1 record, 3.18 ERA in 3 starts. Got 2 outs here in the 4th. Here's Langerhans. He lined out to right. Well, that wind's blowing it hard from left field. Crossover to right field. Two 2-0 to Langerhans. Now Hunter 3-0. Walked 1 tonight. That was Griffey leading off the second. Three and 1. Langerhans 1 for 3 last night. Pumped it up there at 90 miles an hour. Full count.
It's another cut fastball after he fell behind him with a couple of 2-seamers away and then right back in on his hands.
3-2. Second walk issued by Tommy Hunter. Mariners have a man aboard with 2 down here in the 4th. Visit the official online shop of the Mariners at mariners.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps and t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and much more. Get your gear at mariners.com shop. Chris Woodward's the hitter. ball for Cubs, strike one. .43 for his last 12. Langerhans has to dive back. Woodward's been with the big club since June 18th. Called up from Tacoma when Lopez had to leave on bereavement list. 1-1.
Good news for the Mariners. They haven't been able to figure out Hunter yet, but his pitch count's a little bit high. This next pitch will be number 74 here in the 4th inning.
Works Woodward away and misses 2-1. Good pitch to hit. Popped it up foul behind home plate. 2-2. The big question, everybody, I think there's not a person in baseball that said, you know, wait till the summertime. The Texas pitching's going to wilt. Well, it's July 9. They're still there.
I think it'll be interesting still to watch them after the break. You're right, they are. They've done a nice job for them this year, but let's see what happens the second half of the season, how long they can hang in there in that ballpark.
Mariners are down there end of this month. Runner goes. Hit to the right side. Kinsler has the play, and that will do it. Boy, the pitchers are just getting it done tonight. Contrasting styles, but both effective. No score. Break, and we'll see him again in Cleveland. Quite a pitching duel we have here. It's like first team to score may be in pretty good shape. Hank Blaylock, Marlon Byrd, David Murphy, 5, 6, and 7 against Felix Hernandez. Felix got a great rhythm going here tonight. He struck out 3. Hasn't walked anybody, giving up just 1 base hit. A Blaylock single in the second.
Don't have a shift on for Blaylock, but they do have Lopez playing out towards right center or shallow right field.
I feel like Felix has had great rhythm in this last 8, 9 starts, but it seems like he's working at a quicker pace today than we've seen even in this good run he's had.
I would agree.
Three and one.
Big part of that is he and Rob Johnson are in sync tonight. They're not having to shake pitches off at all. They just pretty much get in and go.
Back up the middle, beats a shift, base hit. Hank Blaylock. He's got both Texas hits.
take a look at it. Blaylock typically, when he hits it on the ground, is going to pull it a little bit more, and that's why Lopez was playing over. But he ends up hitting this one back up the middle. Solid base hit. So he's the only one with any success off of Felix so far with 2 hits.
Marlon Byrd's the hitter. Flying out to center field back in second. Second hit for Texas. The Mariners have 3. It's in good shape. 5th inning with that pitch count. Swing and a miss. That's a good pitch. 0-2. Felix last time out, no decision against Boston. His last victory was in Los Angeles Saturday, June 27th. He won 8 innings in an 8-3, a 5-1 win over the Dodgers. Pulled foul.
Pitching Bird inside, throwing 2-seamers in on his hands. Take a look at it. Pitch in the middle of the plate was a slider.
Last 10 starts, Felix has gone more than 100 pitches. Fishing here tonight. Broken bat. Cedeno. Lopez for 1. Branyan got him. Kept that foot on. Gary Pettis, the first base coach, can't believe it. Dan Ayasanga is the first base umpire, and here comes Ron Washington.
Well, Branyan's foot definitely comes off the bag, but it's just a matter of whether he was able to get it back down in time before Bird was able to get down to first base. Good feed by Cedeno. High throw. Whoa.
Washington's got a case.
I think Gary Pettis had it right.
2 outs. First double play turned by the Mariners tonight. Another exploding bat. Nice job by Cedeno to turn that with Lopez and Branyan. Here's David Murphy. Wash told me before, and he says, hey, Felix always pitches his stuff. We know we're in for it tonight. He's going right after Murphy. 0-2. See you later. That was no contest. Once he goes a double play and a strikeout, his 4th. Rick Riz will carry along the rest of the way. No score here at Safeco Field.
Tonight, Mariners and the Rangers, no score. Hi again, everybody. Rick Riz along with Mike Blowers and Blow. Felix Hernandez absolutely outstanding in the first half.
He's been terrific so far, working at a brisk pace tonight, throwing a lot of strikes. The Rangers right now having a tough time with him. His two-seamer is good, getting enough ground balls. A couple of double plays have helped him out. Very good tonight. You just feel like if they can just score a couple of runs, he's going to have a real good chance to win this game.
Tommy Hunter, the 23-year-old right-hander, off to a good start as well for Texas. As we go to the bottom of the fifth inning, catcher Rob Johnson leads it off with a line drive into the gap in right center field for a leadoff single. Up of the ball is Marlon Byrd, so Rob Johnson going after the first pitch drills it the other way. Nice piece of hitting. Mariners have had base runners in every inning, but they haven't yet hit the old pay station as of yet. They've had a good opportunity back in the second. So here is shortstop Ronnie Cedeno. A long look down at third base coach Bruce Hines, and look for the sacrifice bunt right here.
Well, hopefully the Mariners working their way through the lineup again against Hunter. Realize he's thrown a lot of cutters. Nice piece of hitting by Rob. Good bunt.
On the first base side, picked up by Hunter. Only played at first. Nicely done by Ronnie Cedeno. 1-3 the sacrifice as it sends Rob Johnson down to second base. Hey, it's time to pass out some rally fries, Blow.
Yeah. We'll take a look. Couple of kids.
Lindsay down there.
The young man has a sign up saying he would trade his sister in for some rally fries. So I said, you know what? We're going to take him out there and give him to the sister.
Way to go, Blow. I like that. Kid wants to trade his sister.
She'll share, I bet.
Oh, man. I hope they have a tape of this. They can play it back in about 20 years from now. Trade his sister for the rally flies. 1 on 1 away for Ichiro. Fouls one back and out of play. And it's 0-1 in Ichiro, who has 2 base hits already tonight.
Rally fries are out there. We have a runner in scoring position. Let's score some runs.
Good timing with the rally fries and Johnson out at second base. They're having a good time. Ichiro takes down and away for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Ichiro has a couple of hits, a couple of infield hits, one of them a bunt base hit. But the Mariners right now 0 for 5 with men in scoring position. Need somebody to come up with a big hit. You kind of get the feeling, at least I do, off Hunter, because he's been in some trouble. That thing come up with that one hit, maybe it'll snowball into 3 or 4 runs for the guys.
Ichiro fouls one away, 1 and 2, Mike, and he's got a lot of room to work with on the left side of the infield between Young and Andrews, with Johnson on at second base, and Ichiro likes to go the other way.
Well, the hard part with that is Andrews is very impressive. The young shortstop covers a lot of ground, but if he has to go over to his right at all, you'd have to think it's a base hit. Ichiro takes another shot.
Yeah. Fouls one away, and the count is still 1 and 2.
Looks like another cutter trying to backdoor it.
The outfielder really is turned around to the left side for Ichiro. That pitch is up and away, ball 2. 2 and 2. The center fielder Hamilton way over into left center field, and toward the line in left field is David Murphy. There's a look at the outfielders. No score, bottom of the 5th inning. And now time is called. Saltalamacchia wants to talk things over with Tommy Hunter, who so far, Mike, has been very cool, calm, collected under pressure in the first half of this game.
They've made him work a little bit, though. You can see 83 pitches so far here in the 5th. He doesn't look like a guy that's willing to give in, that's for sure. Works the edges of the plate.
Here's a look at the West highest speed pitch comparison. Felix Mike throwing 97. Hunter not too shabby, 93. Ground ball to the left side, cutting across is Michael Young to throw to first in time to get Ichiro for the second out of the inning, and Johnson will have to stay at second base.
Well, you have Young playing third, a former shortstop, so you know he has pretty good range. Makes the play easily.
During the offseason, Michael Young saying, okay, I'll move to third base, because the Rangers knew what they had in Elvis Andrews. He was so talented as a shortstop, and he's doing a great job defensively there.
And Michael Young's an all-star, been with this club for a while, probably one of their more consistent performers for years. And You know, he's played second for him too for the same reason, trying to make adjustments. They keep making adjustments in the infield, and he just moves around and can really handle all those positions well.
Russell Branyan.
I would say he's above average across the board at every one of those positions.
Very much so. And he was at shortstop when they acquired Alex Rodriguez. So you mentioned he went to second base then,
right?
And now he's going to third because of Andrews. So he's been very accommodating, but he can play anywhere. An outstanding hitter as well. Low and inside on Branyan. Ball 2-0. So far, Mike, Tommy Hunter hasn't made a mistake, but 2-0 pitch coming up to Russell the Muscle Branyan.
That'll put him on.
Yeah, now the catcher stands up. Saltalamacchia there is ball 3, and Ron Washington said, I don't want my young pitcher making a mistake. 2-0, and
not the left-handed hitter that has 21 home runs on the board.
Nope. So Branyan with the intentional walk there. Now the Mariners have runners at first and second with 2 outs. And here comes Jose Lopez. Ron Washington now in his 3rd season as the manager of the Texas Rangers, and they come to town with the 4th best record in the major leagues at 47-36.
Ron Washington's been a good baseball man in this league for a long time. I was lucky enough to have him as an infield and third base coach when I was with the Oakland A's. Always did a really good job there.
Lopez, soft looper, right side, and it's caught by the first baseman. Blaylock backpedaling just in time into shallow right field to make the catch. That'll end the inning after 5 innings of play. Still a scoreless tie.
West.
No score as we go to the top half of the 6th inning. I'm seeing double, Mike. Cute kids here at the ballpark. Set of twins. Welcome to Safeco Field, guys. Jared Saltalamacchia to lead things off with a big swing and a foul back. 0-1. Saltalamacchia trying to bunt his way aboard. Tapped out to the catcher Rob Johnson. Felix has given up only 2 hits. Singles to Hank Blaylock. Little ground ball along the first base line right at the bag. Branyan is there to make the easy play. So 1 out for Texas here in the 6th. Say tomorrow night right here at Safeco Field, one lucky fan will win a trip or 2 to Las Vegas. The trip includes airfare and hotel for 3 days and 2 nights. We hope to see you at Safeco Field tomorrow for the American League West showdown between the Mariners and these Rangers. For tickets, visit mariners.com. Rick Riz along with Mike Flowers, Robbie Nielsen, our AD up here in the booth, Bubba the sound guy, Chris, our statistician. What a night out for baseball. Elvis Andrews bounces one hopper to third, taken by Woodward. Chris's toss across quickly, 2 outs. And below, Felix Hernandez just going right after the Ranger hitters.
He is, and you can see the Rangers trying to be a little more aggressive. They realize that Felix is going to throw strikes. They know that he has really good stuff tonight. Typically, when you have a guy like Felix and he's working at the pace that he's working at, and he has the type of stuff that he has as a hitter, you don't want to fall behind. And so this really helps him out a lot. You look, this is just going to be his 70th pitch here in the 6th inning already. And you have to like the fact that he's keeping the ball on the ground.
Ian Kinsler takes down and away for ball 1. And Blow, as a starting pitcher, if your pitch count is down low early in the ball game, you're pitching to contact. It's nice to have some strikeouts, but that's what helps get you deeper in the ball games.
Well, that's true. And I also, again, I think that the fact that he's keeping the ball on the ground for the most part has really helped. I mean, that's such a good two-seamer. We showed the highlights, Rick, in the open before the game against his start in Boston, and almost every pitch was down in the zone, just like that last one. It's okay to make mistakes down there. You know, you're going up against the Rangers. They're going up to the Rangers, the #1 home run club in the American League. I've seen too many ground balls go out of the ballpark for home runs. Have you?
I haven't seen one. There's a strike on Kinsler. 3-1 on the talented Rangers second baseman in the night off last night in Anaheim.
8 ground ball out so far with 4 strikeouts.
And that's low for ball 4, and that's the first walk given up by Felix Hernandez. 1 on, 2 outs. Here's a look at the pitching matchups, Mike, tomorrow night, game 2 of the series.
See Scott Feldman doing a nice job again for the Rangers. Of course, Brandon Morrow. I think Brandon Morrow is going to have a big second half.
He's getting stronger and stronger with every start.
And he's starting to mix in his breaking ball and his split more, and I think that's really helped him.
Third baseman Michael Young. Check swing. It's ball 1 the count. And with more starts under his belt, with more innings, he's able to do that, mix in those secondary pitches, using his changeup as well, and hitting the location with his fastball.
So, you know, let's not forget he's a young man, and he was, you know, in the big leagues in a hurry, and he's been in the bullpen. And to be honest with you, when he came out of the pen and he was coming in to pitch an inning, I don't blame him for wanting to throw a lot of fastballs at 97, 98 miles an hour. But when you have to work your way through a lineup and pace yourself a little bit more, his breaking ball and his splitter are good enough pitches, and they certainly make his fastball better. As a hitter, you know, it's funny sometimes because I don't think pitchers realize it, but when a guy can throw 95 or better, that's a hard pitch to hit. Now all of a sudden, if you have a little bit of doubt in your head as a hitter when that 95 is going to come, it makes things a little tougher. Mix it up.
Back up the middle into center field, a base hit for Young. That'll get Kinsler down to second base. So for the first time tonight, the Rangers have 2 aboard in the same inning, but 2 outs. And Felix will have to take a look at all-star center fielder Josh Hamilton.
You know, we've talked a lot about Young. He's just a quality player, an all-star. You see the way he hits that ball right back up the middle. Felix has been able to handle Hamilton so far with a lot of soft stuff. Off-speed pitches, Hamilton coming off the DL, trying to get his swing back together, his timing.
He had surgery to fix that abdominal strain. There's a look at Kinsler down at second, Young at first base. Hamilton has bounced out to Lopez at second. Felix struck him out on a 3-2 pitch in the 4th. Down and away, ball 1. All-Stars, second year in a row. Fans voting Hamilton into the starting lineup as an outfielder along with Ichiro. Felix going to the All-Star game for the first time. In the air, the other way, down the left field line, slicing foul and out of play. The count is even on Hamilton at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Can you have the abdominal surgery there? No.
Felix looking to get out of a jam here in the 6th inning. Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Skipper Don Wakamatsu is going to the All-Star game as one of the coaches for Joe Maddon's ball club. Joe, the skipper of Tampa Bay, went to the World Series, so he manages the American League ball club. Nice to see him pick Don Wakamatsu. Runners go, swing and a miss, and no throw to third. Both runners advance, so a double steal, Kinsler and Michael Young, as the count goes to 2-2 on Hamilton. left-handed hitter, Mike.
Kinsler was able to get a walking lead on Felix, so Felix really concentrating on the hitter. Can't say that I blame him with Hamilton. Rob, no chance to even make a throw down there. Kinsler had such a good jump.
So 2 on in scoring position, 2 outs, and the count 2-2 on Hamilton. The pitch. Fastball up and away. Ball 3, full count. And on deck is Andrew Jones with the 3 home runs last night for the Rangers down in Anaheim. The payout pitch in the dirt, gets away from Johnson. Here comes Kinsler, throw to the plate, not in time. Ball 4 and a wild pitch, and the Rangers have a 1-0 lead here in the top half of the 6th inning. It is going to be a pass ball charged on Rob Johnson. It is ball 4 to Hamilton. So Kinsler scores as the pitch gets away from Johnson, and now time is called. Rick Adair heads out to the mound, and now they have called it a wild pitch.
Now, it's hard to tell from where we're sitting, Rick, whether that ball hit the ground or not. It certainly looked like it. It was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. I can tell you as a catcher, you don't expect your pitcher to throw his fastball in the dirt. That one got away from Felix. So the stolen base ends up being huge for Texas right now.
Michael Young on at third. Hamilton is on at first base, and here is Andrew Jones. He did a whole bunch of damage last night against the Angels in an 8-1 win with 3 home runs. That one to left center field. Pitch up and in, and he turned on it down the left field line for number 2. And there's number 3. And here he is, Andrew Jones, 0 for 2 tonight. Big swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. So the Rangers capitalize on a 2-out walk, a double steal after the base hit by Young. Then on ball 4, a wild pitch going Kinsler from third. 1-0 Texas. Fouled away by Jones, and the count 0-2. And Mike, what a turnaround for Andrew Jones, who with the Dodgers last year hit just 158.
I can tell you this, I think, again, looking at him where we saw him earlier in the year, I think he's done something to shorten up his swing. That last fastball was in on his hands, and he was still able, nice short swing to it. Down in Texas, he had a real long swing.
Sinker down and in, 1-2.
He's been fortunate to get an opportunity to work with Rudy Jaramillo, one of the best hitting coaches that you're going to find. He's been in Texas for a long time, and his track record shows that he can get some guys to hit. A lot of really good hitters, and so I think he's helped them.
2 on 2 outs. Runner at first taken off, bounce foul along the third base line. Still 1-2 on Jones. With Hamilton running, he turns around and heads on back to first base. I was talking with Steve Busby. He's doing the games on radio for the Rangers, and he said Andrew Jones, when there was some talk about him not making the ball club, he still wanted to stay with the organization because of those adjustments he was making with Rudy. He was willing to stay with the club if he didn't make the big club out of spring training. Up and in. Did he take the bat with him on a check swing?
Foul
and
ball.
He didn't. Won't make it a foul.
Yeah.
So he got a piece of it. And it's still 1-2 on Jones. 2 outs, runners in scoring position. Hitting .400. Hamilton at first. Michael Young on at third base. Fake move to third and a look to first base. Both runners get back. This guy had some great seasons with the Atlanta Braves. Always one of the best defensive center fielders in the game. Hamilton taking off, pitch inside a ball, throw it on to second. Michael Young faking at third. Lopez with the ball, the throw to third, and Young is out at third trying to get back. Rangers trying to steal another run. The throw to second by Johnson to Lopez, who kept his eyes on Michael Young. Juniors along with Mike Flowers. Bottom half of the 6th inning, the Rangers have a 1-0 lead. A wild pitch on ball 4, scoring Ian Kinsler from third in the top half of the 6th inning, the only run of the game. Junior leads off the bottom of the 6th inning, takes a change for a strike, 0-1. Griffey has walked, and he's also grounded out to Kinsler at second base. Swing and a miss and a change, and the count 0-2, and Mike Jr. has been seeing a lot of off-speed pitches.
He's been taking his walks, though. He's trying to be patient. A lot of guys, you know, it's interesting to me to watch teams from series to series and how they pitch him. Some of them want to try to jam him inside, and a lot of them, I think, lately have tried to pitch him away with 2-seam fastballs and changeups.
Outside for ball 1, 1 ball, and 2 strikes. Another off-speed pitch from Tommy Hunter. Making his 4th start this season. He was up with the Rangers for a little while at the end of last year and made 3 starts. Ball hit, but pulled foul on the right field side, and it's still 1-2 on Griffey. Came back with a fastball up and in. Junior, Gutierrez, Langerhans for the Mariners here in the 6th. 1-0 Texas. Fouled away over the top of the screen behind home plate. Still 1-2. Mariners looking for their first win of the year against the Rangers. 0-5 against Texas. They're 13-14 against the American League West. That guy's done a heck of a job with the ball club. Don Wakamatsu. All the way, and it's still 1-2. Take a look at what Texas has done, Mike, and they have the 4th best record in the major leagues at 47-36. The Mariners coming off that last road trip, taking on the Dodgers, Yankees, and the Red Sox, and played well. Fly ball into center field, and shallow coming up is Hamilton. Josh is there, and he makes a catch, 1 away. Time now for our U.S. Marine Corps leaders of the game. And how about Franklin Gutierrez at Safeco Field this year, batting .328, 4 home runs, 18 runs batted in, and Mike working now on a 12-game hitting streak after the base hit back in the 2nd.
And again, it's started the season working really hard, hitting the ball up the middle the other way, hands inside the ball, doing all that. And then all of a sudden they started jamming him up, pitching him inside. Alan Cockrell, the hitting coach, started working with him, and I'll guarantee you the majority of those hits have been going to left field. He's done a really nice job of handling that pitch inside and hitting it with authority. He's hit some of the longest home runs that this club has this year. I mean, we talk about Russell Bragg all the time because those towering home runs, no doubt about it. He's hit some well over 400 feet.
How about the 2 he hit against the Padres down in San Diego?
The first one the first one he hit in the back of the bullpen was crushed. He's got some pop in his bat.
When you were talking about Gutierrez doing a good job of #1 driving the ball the other way and then taking an inside pitch and hit it hard to left field. You played where the guy was the best at that ever. Inside pitch, hands inside the ball, hitting it hard down the left field line and still being able to keep it fair, and Edgar Martinez.
Well, Edgar could, on the pitch inside, depending on whether it was a sinker or a cutter or a four-seamer or whatever they were trying to do. I mean, he could also take that pitch and hit it right back at the pitcher.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you're talking about one of the more talented right-handed hitters you're ever going to see.
Still 1-2 on Franklin. Hey, look at that. Mike Flowers' jersey here at the ballpark. Way to go. And there's Edgar Martinez's number 11. How about that, Mike?
The hair's gotten a little grayer, but
nice to have your dad here at the ballpark. Hi, Mr. Flowers. I still love you, buddy. Again, the 1-2. Swing and a miss by Gutierrez. Strike 3. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Strikeout number 4 for Tommy Hunter. Good job by Hunter. Let's take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. The Mariners have 3 more with the Texas Rangers. That'll take us to the All-Star break. Travel day on the 15th, and on the road to Cleveland. Then an off day in Detroit, then 3 with the Tigers. Mike, where's the time gone? Here it is, July the 9th. Ryan Langerhans with a swing and a miss, 0-1. Game number 85 on the year. Tommy Hunter has thrown 102 pitches.
Nobody up in the Rangers bullpen now.
Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 on Langerhans. The Ranger pitchers, Mike, have a different attitude this year, implemented by the president of the ball club, Nolan Ryan. Second year as the president of the ball club, Hall of Fame pitcher. He's wanted to get these guys philosophy thinking, get beyond that 100 pitch count. Try to go deep into the game as you can. Fly ball center field right at Hamilton, and Josh is there to make the easy catch. Langerhans flies out, and we go to the top half of the seventh here at Safeco Field. Rangers lead 1-0. Seventh from Safeco Field, opening game of the Big Four-game series. Felix Hernandez has given up 1 run and only 3 hits. Andrew Jones with a swing and a bounce foul on the third base side, 0-1. How about Tommy Hunter pitching a heck of a game? He's given up only 4 hits for the Rangers. Tim Lincecum with a no-hitter through 6 innings. Giants against the Padres. Swing and a miss by Jones, and the count 0-2.
Interesting seeing those numbers with Lincecum throwing the no-hitter. When we were down in San Diego, a lot of the people that we were talking to around the ballpark, and including some of the scouts, and I think you even said it on radio, you felt like Felix had a good chance to no-hit that ball club.
Oh yeah, that night.
And he only gave up a couple of hits.
2 hits.
2 hits, I think.
I mean, after the first 3 innings, it felt like, wow, this could be something special.
Right.
And then Jared Washburn the other night. Broken bat, little ground ball, roller to third, barehanding the ball. Woodward's throw to first, and just in time he got him. The barrel of the bat landed about the same spot where Woodward had to negotiate the ground ball. Chris charging, barehanding it, and he gets Jones at first. 1 out for the Rangers, and here comes manager Ron Washington out to argue again with first base umpire Dan Ayasanga.
Take a look at this play by Woodward. Watch him basically step right over the broken bat. Strong throw. And Ron Washington, take another look at it.
Got him.
Got him. That's right.
Great play by Chris Woodward.
I can't even tell you. It's so difficult to have a bat anywhere in the area when you're coming in on that third baseman. Get it more than most people having to make a play, Rick. But you can still see that bat spinning around out of the corner of your eye. You just can't help it. You see guys will end up kicking that ball a little because they're distracted by this bat coming at you. That's a tremendous play by Woodward to have to step over it and make the play. Nicely done. Take another look at it. He has to come in and field it with his bare hand. Then that bat's right in front of him. Steps right over it. Makes an accurate throw to barely get Jones. That's terrific play.
Outstanding by Woodward. Blaylock fouls one away. And the count is even at 1-1 That was our Home Depot doing more on defense. The play turned in by Chris Woodward. He had to get to the ball, get over the bat, step, make a strong, accurate throw to first base. Outside on Blaylock, ball 2-2-1. He has 2 hits and 2 at bats. 2 of the 3 hits off of Felix Hernandez. Outside, ball 3-1. And Mike, you know, you played great defense at third base. When you got a guy like Felix Hernandez on the mound who's working quickly, throwing a lot of strikes, you're ready for the ball.
Darren O'Day getting loose in the bullpen. Well, especially if he's throwing a lot of ground balls, which he has.
Fairly well hit center field, but Gutierrez is there, gets back in plenty of time to make the catch. Blaylock flies out 2 down.
And that's what it's all about. And that's why when you listen to pitching coaches, Rick Adair is no different, Mariners pitching coach. They want you to work quickly and get a good pace going, because that's exactly the reason why. You never know how much your defense can help you, because they're involved and they're into the game. Everybody likes the big strikeout totals. That's fine. But work at a pace that keeps the guys on their toes. Throw strikes. You know, I mean,
put
all
the ball in play, let your defense do the work.
Absolutely. Especially if you have a good defense.
Here's right fielder Marlon Byrd. And there's a strike 0-1. And then when you're out there throwing strikes, I mean, it takes the offensive part of the other club out of kind of like their game. They got to be a little bit more aggressive when you're out there going first pitch strike.
Well, I'll guarantee you, they have their hitting meetings, and they go over the pitchers that they're going to have to face. And the Rangers come in here, and here's Felix, who's coming off of being pitcher of the month with an ERA under 1. And I'll guarantee you, they said, let's be patient, see if we can get his pitch count up and get him out of there.
The 0-2 bounce to the right side. Charging is Jose Lopez. He's there, and it's a 1-2-3, top of the 7th inning. 7th inning stretch time after 6.5. We head to the bottom of the 7th hour score. Rangers 1, Mariners nothing. Nothing Texas as we go to the bottom half of inning number 7. That's going to be it for the young right-hander Tommy Hunter. And Mike, what a night for Hunter.
Yeah, he did a really nice job tonight. Had a good cutter going, occasional breaking ball. You've seen a couple of change-ups. Does a nice job throwing a cutter in on the hands of Branyan, but really kept the Mariners off balance tonight. Hopefully they'll have a little better luck with the new pitcher in O'Day, who just came into the ballgame. But Hunter tonight, a control type of pitcher. We talked about that as you look at his line. 6 innings pitched, just 4 hits. 3 walks. Mariners weren't able to take advantage of that. 104 pitches. Nice job by Tommy Hunter.
So that's it for Tommy Hunter. And here is Darren O'Day to take over in relief. There in the numbers for O'Day. 30 appearances, that 2-0 record. Chris Woodward leading things off 1-0 Rangers. Woodward trying to get something going, and there is a strike, 0-1.
And the good ERA from O'Day. We talked about the pitching. That his ERA at a 1.35. He's done a nice job. You can see the delivery. He should be tough on some of the right-handers.
On a play in the first base side, and it's 0-2 on Chris. We're seeing some really good numbers by the Rangers pitching staff this year, and that's been a turnaround.
Well, it has been for them. They've needed to do that. You were talking about Nolan Ryan and working with some of these guys, but I think for me, I'm going to wait. I'm still going to wait. I know we're coming up on the break, and they've done a nice job, but let's get into the heat, into Texas, see how these guys fare when they get under the pressure of being out in front.
Swing and a miss by Woodward, strike 3. So O'Day strikes out the first batter that he faces. 1 out. Bottom half of the 7th inning. Here comes Rob Johnson. Tim Lincecum, a bid for a no-hitter, but he loses that bid in the 7th inning. Tony Gwynn Jr. with a base hit to break up the no-hit bid in the 7th. 6-0 Giants lead at home against San Diego. That's a look at our out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Washington Lottery's Match 4. Johnson with a strike at the count, 0-1. Good to see former Mariners owner George Archer here at the ballpark with Chuck Armstrong. It's the man who gave me my break, Mike, back in 1983.
Way to take advantage of it, Rick.
Ball 1 on Johnson, 1 ball and 1 strike. I missed my interview with Mr. Archer. I was in Columbus, Ohio, because I went to a Girl Scout cookie eating contest with some radio and TV folks at a mall, and I missed my appointment. But I waited for a few days. I got there. I stressed my sternum because of the cookie eating contest. And he said, "Now, why did you miss the appointment?
You ate too many cookies?"
I ate way too many cookies, cookie eating contest. I'll never do that again. So we visited for about an hour. We talked. I thought, man, I blew my big chance. Ground ball to short. Up to the ball is Andrews. And the kid fires the first in time to get Johnson for the 2nd out of the inning. But then at the end of the conversation, he says, "Rick, anybody willing to sacrifice his life for the Girl Scouts is my kind of guy." Time now for Banner Bank building to the future. This season at West Tennessee, there's big Philippe Aumont and also Josh Fields. These kids are going to be in the big leagues in the near future, Mike.
Couple of potential closers. Both of them throw hard.
Shortstop Ronnie Cedeno lined out to second. Sacrifice bunt, 0 for 1. Takes a strike, 0-1. 1-0 Rangers. Darren O'Day taking over in relief from Tommy Hunter, who went 6 scoreless innings and threw 104 pitches. Swing and a miss by Cedeno, in the count 0-2.
See the big sweeping slider from O'Day. When you drop down like that for a right-hander, it's difficult to stay in there and stay on that pitch. And he typically gets guys to swing at pitches off the plate away because he has such a big break on it.
Ground ball off the side of the mound to the second baseman, charging Kinsler, and the throw in time to get Cedeno for out number 3. And after 7, our score, the Rangers 1 and the Mariners 0. Rangers 1 and the Mariners nothing. What a ball game tonight. Top half of the 8th inning. The Mariners still trying to figure out how to get to now Darren O'Day, who shut out the Mariners 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 7th in relief. Felix has pitched very well tonight. David Murphy to lead things off for the Rangers. Pops one up and out of play on the third base side. 0-1.
That pitch number 100 for Felix. 101.
Inning by inning his pitch count.
So unless he has a really quick one, this is probably going to be his last inning. Sean Kelly's up in the pen for the Mariners.
There's a look at Sean getting loose down in the bullpen. The 0-2. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball in the dirt, knocking it down. Rob Johnson steps out in front of the plate. The throw to Branyan, the strikeout for Felix, and the putout goes 2-3. 1 out for the Rangers. What a pitch. Tonight's paid attendance 24,823 for the opening game of the series. Hope to see you right here at Safeco Field tomorrow night for game 2. Brandon Morrow against Scott Feldman. Game time 7:10. Catcher Jared Saltalamacchia, one of the longest names in baseball.
The longest name.
Salty takes up and away, ball
Salty, I like that.
It's a good nickname. After you try to say Saltalamacchia. He's bounced down twice. Out of play on the third base side. 1-1. Felix has pitched the beauty. He's going to the All-Star game. And deservedly so. What a first half. On in front of the off-speed pitch, and it's 1-2. Felix 4th in the league in wins with 8, 3rd in ERA, 2nd in game start, 6 innings pitched, and 4th in strikeouts. Swing and a miss again in the dirt, knocking it down. Rob Johnson. Another throw to Branyan. Another strikeout for Felix, and the putout goes 2-3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Felix Hernandez.
Couple of off-speed pitches, strikes out Murphy, and now Saltalamacchia. Rob doing a nice job of blocking that ball and throwing him out at first.
For years, Mariner catchers did such a great job. Dave Valley and Dan Wilson blocking pitches. Nice job by Johnson. Elvis Andrus takes a strike. 0-1. Andrus has struck out. He's bounced out to Woodward at third base. 0-2 the count.
Well, Scott Bradley.
Scott Bradley, very good. The 0-2. That's in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Guys like Valley and Dan Wilson and others along the way, you give pitchers, especially like a Norm Charlton, the confidence to throw a splitter in the dirt. Kazuhiro Sasaki, those closers that had the great out pitch. Outside on Andrus for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 10 outs on the ground. Mike 6 in the air. 6 strikeouts. Swing and a miss, knocking it down. Johnson, or was it a foul tip? It is going to be strike 3. It wasn't a foul tip. Andrus was saying, yeah, I got a piece of it. But the home plate umpire, Sam Holbrook, said, no, you didn't. And Felix Hernandez strikes out the side here in the top of the 8th. Mariners looking for a couple of runs. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 1-0 Texas. and by Whitmer. Ordinary Brothers, extraordinary beer. Great pitching tonight. Rangers lead it 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and a new pitcher takes over for Texas. Left-hander C.J. Wilson to face Ichiro, Russell Branyan, and Jose Lopez. Mariners had some opportunities early in this ball game, but couldn't cash in. Not too much from the 4th inning on. Tommy Hunter, the rookie right-hander, was outstanding. Aaron O'Day had a 1-2-3 scoreless bottom of the 7th inning, and there is strike one on Ichiro. Ichiro 6 home runs on the year. Now through the years, he's had quite a few home runs against Texas. There's a strike, and it's 0-2. Two for three with a couple of infield singles. Fouls it away off the screen behind home plate. Still 0-2. Ichiro had a perfectly placed bunt base hit back in the 3rd inning. He's also grounded out to Michael Young at 3rd. Little looper down the left field line. That's going to drop in just beyond the reach of Murphy. Gets behind him. Ichiro will wind up on at second base. David Murphy going into a dive. It hit off his glove and it got behind him. So the Mariners have the tying run aboard in scoring position.
Ichiro typically hits fly balls down the left field line. Murphy almost makes the catch. Nice effort by Murphy. The difference is he wasn't able to keep that ball in front of him, so Ichiro's able to get into second easily.
Reaching out with that dive, the glove just kind of pancaked on the ground. 17th double on the year for Ichiro. Brings up Russell the Muscle Branyan. The go-ahead run at the plate. Home runs, 46 runs batted in. The outfield straight away. Up and in with a fastball from Wilson. Ball one.
Wilson is really throwing hard tonight. He's already topped out at 96 miles an hour.
Get some giddy up. Swing and a miss at a 95 mile an hour fastball, and the count is even on Branyan at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Just a fastball right down the middle, belt high.
One hopper back to the mound, taken by Wilson. Checks in with Ichiro, then the soft toss to first base. 1 out, 1 on. Tying run at second. Here's a look at the matchups for tomorrow night's game 2 of the 4-game series. Brandon Morrow with his 6th start of the year against Scott Feldman. Feldman's ERA 3.91. Brandon looking for that first win of the year. That's tomorrow night, game 2 of the 4-game series. Game time 7:10. There's a look at Brandon Morrow. Second baseman Jose Lopez is 0 for 3 tonight. Last night hit a long home run down the left field line for his 12th home run of the season, but just looking for a base hit to tie up this game.
Right now the Mariners 0 for 8 with men in scoring position. They need somebody to come up with a big hit.
Fastball, strike, 0-1. Mariners 0 for 8. Rangers nothing for nothing. They got that
wild pitch. Wild pitch is the difference in the game so far.
Down and away for ball 1. 1-1 on Jose. Ichiro gets his lead at second with 1 out. The right 2 called 1-2. On the inside corner. Rangers have a new pitching coach this year, and Mike Maddox, the older brother of Greg, who retired after last season. Gotta give Mike Maddox a lot of credit for the success the Rangers have had in the first half, pitching wise. Here's a look at Mike. pitch was really in on his hands. Turned on it. Hit it right by the Rangers third base dugout, and the count still 1-2 on Lopez.
Mike Maddox, he was a Mariner for a little bit, wasn't he?
Spent a little time in Seattle. As many stops. Fly ball into shallow right field, but coming up is Bird toward the line to make the catch. So 2 outs for the Mariners here in the bottom of the 8th inning, with Ichiro on its second, 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Here's a look at our Firestone leaderboard. Most career runs batted in. Ken Griffey Jr. checks in at number 18. 1,798 career runs batted in. A handful behind Frank Robinson at 17.
I'll make it an even 1,800 right here.
And that would give the Mariners a lead. Ken Griffey Jr. 10 home runs on the season, and 6, Mike, have been against left-handed pitching. The go-ahead run at the plate. Down and away, ball 1. Junior has walked, bounced out to Kinsler at second, and has flied out to Josh Hamilton in center field. Mariners still looking for that clutch hit. Up and in. Check swing, ball 2. 2-0 on Junior. Mariners still hoping to capitalize on the leadoff double by Ichiro. The diving attempt by the left fielder David Murphy came up short. Against lefties, hitting .262 with 6 of those 10 home runs. And that's ball 3. 3-0 on Griffey. Franklin Gutierrez due up next. If Junior can get aboard with 2 outs here in the 8th. Ichiro, the tying run at second. Green lighted, swing and a miss, and it's 3-1. Why not?
I would agree. You have a chance, you know you're going to get a fastball. Take a look at the swing by Junior. That was a swing to try to put him ahead.
Wilson taking some time. Fastball for strike 2 called. Full count, 3-2. Fastball at 95 miles an hour. And Wilson throwing hard. Mariners looking for their first run. Texas a run on only 3 hits. Wilson taking a lot of time. Junior backs out. Now steps back in. Waves that bat around. Fouled away off the top of the screen behind home plate. And it's still 3-2. And time is called. Saltalamacchia talking things over with C.J. Wilson, Mike.
Yeah, Wilson wanted to throw that pitch inside. He made a mistake and left it out over the plate. Junior had a nice swing at it. Just missed a pitch. But that was a mistake by Wilson that he got away with.
Inside the dugout, Alan Cockrell, hitting coach. Fans turned up the decibel here at Safeco Field. The Wilson 3-2 to Junior. Swing and a bouncy ball fouled along the first base line to Coach Lee Tinsley, and it's still 3-2. Ichiro will be taken off in any contact with 2 outs. 1-0 Rangers, bottom of the 8th. Again, the payoff pitch, and it's down and away, ball 4. So Griffey walks, And the Mariners have the tying run at second. The go-ahead run is at first base with 2 down for Franklin Gutierrez. And pitching coach Mike Maddox heads out to the mound to have a talk with Wilson. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Pinch runner for Ken Griffey Jr. at first base. And that is Josh Wilson. So put Wilson on at first. He's the go-ahead run. Ichiro the tying run at second. Mike Maddox back to the Rangers third base dugout. So 2 on and 2 away for center fielder Franklin Gutierrez, who ripped a base hit down the left field line back in the second. He is 1 for 3. Felix Hernandez looking for some offense.
Not looking at all.
Waiting for the sound of the bat. Down and in. Good stop by Saltalamacchia for ball 1. Gutierrez extended his hitting streak to 12 games with that base hit back in the second. Still can't look. Felix Hernandez. Ichiro at second. Wilson at first. Well hit ball. Left center field. Going and going. Gone. Goodbye baseball. On to the landing left center. Franklin Gutierrez. Home run number 10. And the Mariners lead the Rangers 3-1 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Felix, now you can look. He heard the sound of the bat. 3-run shot with 2 outs by Franklin Gutierrez. How about that?
Well, that makes the Mariners 1 for 10 with men in scoring position tonight, but it's a big one. We talked about it. Franklin Gutierrez has been a hot hitter, shown some awesome power. He hits this ball a long ways out to left center field at this time at night. Wilson made a mistake, missed with a slider, comes back with a fastball, and he made him pay for it.
And the fans made Franklin Gutierrez get the curtain call. And how about that bear hug from Felix Hernandez? He heard the crack of the bat, took the towel off. Hey, I could look. Look at Felix. 3-1. The Mariners lead the Rangers. Ryan Langerhans up there with the count even 1-1. That ball hit 418 feet from home plate onto the landing. And how about the at-bat bite by Ken Griffey Jr. with 2 outs when he walked. Swing and a miss by Langerhans. And the count 1-2. Here's a look at it again.
95-mile-an-hour fastball. 418 feet away. That's a long ways.
Wow. Franklin Gutierrez, home run number 10, giving the Mariners a 2-run lead, 3-1 with 2 outs here in the 8th. Langerhans takes low and outside in the dirt for ball 2, 2-2. And nobody's happier than that guy right there, Felix Hernandez. The Mariners finally got him some offense. Look at the smile on the face of Griffey, but that's always there. Fouled out of play on the third base side, and it's still 2-2 on Langerhans. David Archma warming up down in the bullpen. The hero tonight right there, Franklin Gutierrez. Hop up. Third base side. Over is Wilson, the pitcher, and it's going to be C.J. Wilson who makes the catch in foul territory. That'll retire the side. But with 2 outs, a 3-run blast as you take a look at the celebration inside the dugout by Franklin Gutierrez. Mariners lead 3-1 as we go to the top of the 9th. Gutierrez with a 3-run home run. The Mariners lead the Rangers 3-1 as we go to the top half of the 9th inning. Off of that man right there, left-hander C.J. Wilson. 10th home run of the year for Franklin Gutierrez. So we go to the top of the 9th inning. Back in the saddle again is right-hander David Aardsma after the rough outing last night against Baltimore. Good to get him back out there. How about these numbers for Felix? Ian Kinsler shows bunt and takes a strike from Aardsma. 0-1.
Take a look at the numbers for Aardsma on the year. Terrific across the board. ERA just over 2. Opponent's average just 188.
17 saves. Fly ball right field. Backing up Ichiro to the 1 track, and he's there and makes the catch near the wall. Kinsler flies out 1 away for the Rangers here in the top of the 9th inning. A 3-1 Mariner lead. And that'll bring up third baseman Michael Young. David Aardsma, the rough night last night. 5 runs for Baltimore, top of the 9th inning. But Aardsma coming right back tonight against the Rangers. He's been sensational out of the bullpen as the closer since he took over the job early in the season. Michael Young 1 for 3. Fly ball, well hit right field. Ichiro going back again to the 1 track to make the catch. So 2 down for the Rangers here in the top of the 9th inning. Ichiro back to the track one more time, and David Aardsma 1 out away from his 18th save. And giving the Mariners their first win against the Rangers this year. 1 more out to do that. And that'll bring up center fielder Josh Hamilton. Fastball down and away. Ball 1. Hamilton is 0 for 2. Up and away. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to count. Aardsma going right after Kinsler and Young. Pop up left field. This has got to do it. Coming in, Langerhans. Ryan Langerhans is there, and he makes the catch, and the ball game is over. What a ball game! 3-1. The Mariners beat the Texas Rangers tonight. The big hit. Franklin Gutierrez, Mike, a 3-run home run in the bottom of the 8th. Felix Hernandez outstanding.